Since its inception in 1812, Spain's El Gordo, the fat one, has become a national institution, famously turning ordinary citizens into millionaires with a single draw. Jesus Martinez was 88 years old when he visited a psychic who offered a remarkably confident prediction: he would soon come into a massive, life-altering fortune. In December 2022, Martinez beat astronomical mathematical odds to win over £1 million, exactly as the psychic had foreseen. However, the wind took a tragic turn. Martinez passed away just 4 months later, leaving his predicted fortune entirely unspent. Instances like this force us to look past the idea of simple luck. Was this prediction a statistical fluke, or is it possible to actually see a windfall before the numbers are drawn? Martinez is part of a larger pattern. Across the globe, there is a documented history of lottery winners who appeared to have impossible foreknowledge of their victories. In Connecticut, the phenomenon appears in the world of American scratch-off tickets, with a winner named Carolyn O'Brien. Years before her win, a psychic stopped O'Brien mid-exit, grabbed her arm, and told her she saw her holding a giant check, cheering the words, "I did it." When O'Brien eventually hit a $3 million jackpot, she stood in the lottery office repeating that exact phrase. In the UK, Elaine Thompson only won because of a psychic's intervention. She had already canceled her lottery subscription, but reinstated it after a reading suggested a significant windfall was imminent. But these instances of precognition aren't always mediated by professional psychics. Often, the information arrives spontaneously through a highly vivid dream. Consider a Melbourne couple who dreamt of a specific set of digits. From their subconscious, they pulled the numbers 1, 7, 11, and 22, a combination that eventually secured them a $30 million Powerball prize. Another winner didn't dream of numbers. She dreamt of the exact store, down to the floor patterns and the people at the counter. Despite the different countries and formats, these stories share a common architecture: highly specific data about a future event arriving before that event occurs. If we move beyond the idea of pure coincidence, we have to examine the theoretical mechanics that could allow this information to travel. Statistically, the law of large numbers suggests that if millions of people play the lottery and some visit psychics, an overlap is inevitable. But that doesn't account for the extreme specificity of the predictions. A different theory emerges from quantum physics and relativity, which suggests that time might not be a one-way street from the past to the future. Realizing you hold a winning ticket triggers a massive physiological shock. The resulting adrenaline surge and emotional peak create an intense burst of biological energy. The future self-telepathy hypothesis suggests this emotional energy broadcasts a signal backward along your timeline. This signal is received by your past self, manifesting not as a clear message, but as an intuition or dream, a psychic interprets. If the shock of a future event can pulse backward to influence past choices, it suggests these wins are less about random luck and more about a closed loop where the winner unknowingly guides themselves to the prize. There is a clear tension between the sterile probability of lottery odds and the unexplainable nature of these documented human experiences. We return to Jesus Martinez, whose multi-million-pound win was followed so quickly by his death. Whether his windfall was the result of a quantum ripple or a remarkable coincidence, the outcome for Martinez remained the same. The fulfillment of the prophecy provided Martinez with a sense of confirmation about his own destiny during his final months, a validation that existed independently of the money. While the boundary between luck and intuition remains unclear, these anomalies serve as a reminder that some of life's most significant turning points might be settled long before we ever buy a ticket.